Yo, I want to talk to you all about a few different things. First up is the beer I'm drinking right now, Strong 7. It's good stuff. Yeah, I'm not that big of a beer drinker unless I'm out at a place that doesn't carry whiskey or gin. Yeah, Strong 7, it's good stuff. Goes well. I have a recommendation for you. Goes well with yakisoba. Try it with yakisoba. You'll love it. It's great, especially if you put a fried egg on top of the yakisoba and then lots of sauce. What is that? Tonkatsu sauce? I think it's tonkatsu sauce. If you'll put some tonkatsu sauce on top of that yakisoba and that fried egg, and you're drinking a Strong 7 with it, you just can't get enough. It's true. Alright, so there's my beer recommendation. Try it, Strong 7, if you haven't had it. It's good stuff. Get the tall can. Don't be a wimp. Next up, wait a second. After that, I have two more things to talk to you about. One is that the Kansai YouTube gathering, I'm going, but I was very surprised, number one, to even get the invite from Busan Kevin. I'm not a major YouTube player by any means, and it's very flattering to ever get comments from like Kansai PJ or Busan Kevin. I also count my subscribers, KK Japan, and I'm very flattered by those. I've got what, 18 subscribers now. So those of you that watch and subscribe, particularly, I thank you for that. Please comment, subscribe, and rate. Although, remind you, I'm not a big YouTube player. I just make these videos to. I don't know why I make videos. Maybe it's just another creative outlook. Outlook? That's not right. It's another creative outlet for me. It's a way for me to be creative and create something. I guess that's really what I enjoy doing, is creating. As you know, I'm a musician, and then making these videos, and for my work I like to create charts and graphs and tables and whatnot, databases and whatnot. Yeah, so I guess I just like to create, and that's why I make these videos. I enjoy creating something from nothing. Anyway, alright, so we got that. Yeah, so I'm going to go to that. I'm a little worried though, as I know that Busan Kevin will be there, Kansai PJ will be there. And alright, so I got those two. I know what to call them. I got Busan Kevin. Well, his name is Kevin, obviously. Kansai PJ. I'll probably just call him PJ unless he requests to be called by something else. I assume that's what he goes by, is PJ. And then that's what he says in his videos, at least. And then KKA Japan. I don't know what to call her though. I assume KKA must be her initials. So first initial is K. That means you're either Catherine or Katie or Kelly. Kelly? No, you don't really look like Kelly though. I don't know, Kathy. I don't know. I'll let you tell me what you want to be called when I go there. Anyone else that can come, please do. It'll be great. We'll have lots of fun, and most importantly, we'll be drinking. Yeah. Cool. So we got the Kansai meetup, and then there's one last thing I want to talk to you about. It, depending on where you live, it may be or may not be something that happens to you on any kind of regular basis. But it's happened to me in the past couple of weeks, like 2 or 3 times now. I've been standing there on the train, and I'm standing there, and then a group of people, or there'll be other people around me, and then they'll come in and they'll start talking about something. And I speak a decent bit of Japanese, so I can understand what they're saying. And then they'll start talking about something funny. They'll start joking about something. And what am I supposed to do? I mean, I'm standing there, I'm listening to their conversation. All of a sudden, they start making jokes and talking about something that I find very funny. And how do I not laugh when they're joking about? I mean, for example, tonight. Tonight, I was standing there on the train. I had I had my backpack, and then standing there, in front of me I had my trombone, because I've been taking it to work with me to practice during lunch. But and these 4 high school kids come in. Girl, guy, girl. I mean, they surround me. They come in, and it's like I'm part of the group now all of a sudden. And so I'm just standing there. I'm looking around. I'm looking at the signs. I'm just trying to ignore them as best I can. And then this kid, one of these guys, he starts talking about how he got his neck caught in the door. Honestly, what did he say? Kubi, Tobi Kubi or nantoka. He said something about his neck getting caught in the door. And I found that very funny. How do you catch your neck in the door? But I can't laugh. I mean, I'm standing there surrounded by these 4 high school kids, but I can't start laughing at what they're saying, can I? I mean, I'm doing my best to ignore them, and all of a sudden they just start talking about this crazy scenario that really, really makes me want to laugh. And then they keep talking about it. So, but you see, when you laugh, you release, and and you get to start over again. But if you're holding it in, then it just keeps building, and the more it builds, the bigger it becomes. Thankfully, I didn't have an outburst while they were standing there. So anyway, so he started talking about that, and I got out my Keitai, my cell phone, and I started trying to check emails, looking like I was checking emails at least. And I'm doing my best trying to focus on what it says in the emails to try to ignore them. But I can't just turn off my ears. You know, they keep talking, and now he's talking about how the untenshi, the drivers, the train operators are probably laughing at him, noticing that. I don't know why he said neck. He said kubi, but maybe he was talking about his scarf, although he would have said muffler. Maybe, honestly, he said kubi. So, and so, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I'm standing there. I'm trying to check my email, but I can't just turn off my ears. You know, I still hear what they're saying. Honestly, my tongue still hurts from how hard I had to bite it over and over again to keep from laughing. I mean, what do? You can't just burst out laughing. Because it'll be a reaction to what they said, so. And then, you know, that it's obvious then that you have become a part of the conversation, and then they start trying to talk to me. And the only thing that would worry me then is that if they started talking to me and I started talking to them, that there would be a point where I no longer understood what they said. That's the only thing that would really worry me, and that's why, maybe that's why I don't want to react to it. That, or I just don't want to look like I'm eavesdropping. But anyway, they're the ones that surrounded me, you know. Honestly, they just surround me there and just start talking about this kid getting his neck stuck in the door. Oh gosh, yeah. So that's what I want to talk to you about. Laughing on the trains. My beer recommendation: Strong 7 and yakisoba. Very, very good combination. And then the Kansai YouTube meet. I look forward to it. We're going to Osaka. We're going to go drinking, and I'm going to meet some very big names. Cool. I think that's about all I've got for you. The sun's about to go to sleep, so I'm going to take off now. Peace. Chill out. And all of a sudden I feel like Tokyo-san. Hey, chill out. Work it. No, I'm not him. But anyway, I'll catch you all later. Bye. Anyway, here we go. I got one for you. Got another one. This one is called Ichiban Sakura. The wife picked it up for me. We watched the Busan Kevin vid where he was reviewing this beer, and so now after my strong 7, I'm gonna try this one here. He said, as my wife tells me, I don't really remember. Sorry, but Busan Kevin didn't really care for it. I'm gonna give it a shot, see if it's any good. I don't like the pink flowers on it. It'd look cooler if it were like black and blue, like Mugi, Kirin Mugi, Kimugi. That's it. But anyway, we'll give it a shot. See if it's as bad as yeah. One second. It tastes like beer. I can't really just. It doesn't taste like the Strong 7 though. It's much different than that. But what to say about it? It doesn't taste like Sakura though. It doesn't taste like that either. Doesn't smell like great either. But it's beer. And if you're a girl, I guess it's okay. Just, you know, it has that little girl there. You know, maybe you can see that. See, you know, part of Sakoto there is that female part. But it's okay. It's beer. It works. Drink enough of it, you'll get drunk. That's all that matters. Alright, cheers.
I can make it if you want me to.
Alright, apparently there's a bit of mix-up. My wife now tells me that he doesn't like happoshu, which is actually what Strong 7 is. Actually, all the beer I drink is happoshu. Like my Ebisu and you know, Zahops and whatnot. This is not happoshu though. This is actual Namabiru, not happoshu. So maybe I like happoshu better. Is that so wrong? I don't know. That's all. Bye.